If you have ongoing exposure to controlling people, it's a virtual certainty that you're going to experience blurry boundaries, which is why I've created the extensive online course called This Is Me, Establishing Boundaries with the Controllers in Your Life. There's a link below that will give you all of the details, and I hope that you would find it therapeutic. I want to begin today with a question, and it's a rhetorical question, and that is, how frequently would you say that you feel like you're being required to make concessions to that narcissistic person in front of you? And as you hear me say that, it's like, oh, how much time do we have to recount all the times that I feel like I'm constantly having to make concessions to the narcissist? Narcissists have a large goal in mind as they engage with you, and that is they have the goal of you becoming deferential to them. They're takers. And they have this attitude of entitlement, this need for control, this selfishness, this presumption that they know better, they're superior. And so in their minds, they're thinking, oh, there are so many different things that you just need to go ahead and run through me. And they're not bashful about letting you know, whether we're talking about them wanting you to defer in the way that you manage your schedule, or what kind of priorities you have, what loyalties you have towards certain individuals, the kind of opinions that you maintain. They want you to defer, and they want you to concede those kind of things to them. In other words, let me tell you what that needs to be. And then what's worse is when you're in the midst of all of that, you can get caught trying to plead your case. Would you please stop doing this to me? Or this is not right. Or who do you think you are? Which, by the way, you'll never get a good answer to that question. And the more you stay in this questioning kind of mode, then it just keeps you tethered to that person. It's just an emotional tug of war that you wind up playing. So let me offer a suggestion here about making concessions. And we're going to start by saying, I'm going to make the ultimate concession to a narcissist. And it's simply going to be this. My concession is, you get to be whatever you want to be. That's what I'm going to concede. And as you make that kind of concession, you can see that it requires you to let go of all of this pleading and all of this cajoling and arm twisting and arguing. You get to be whatever you want to be. Now, this is going to have a much greater impact on you than it's going to have on the narcissist. They live inside their own alternate reality, and they want to insist that you join them in that. But this concession is your way of trying to make a breakthrough in the way that you think toward them. See, the bottom line is you're going to concede that narcissist is free. That narcissist is free to be whatever they choose to be. But then turnabout is fair play. It also stands to reason that I too am free. And I'm going to start making some decisions relative to that narcissist based on all of the assumptions that go along with that. So when you make the concession to the narcissist and say, you get to be whatever you want to be, there are so many implications to that one thought. First, basically what you're saying is, I'm officially letting go of the illusion that you'll change. Your fragile ego is not going to allow that. I acknowledge that. I concede that. In addition, as you make this concession, it's also your way of saying, and I'm letting go of the hope that you're going to learn how to manage your anger very cleanly. I can see that anger has a strong grip on you. You keep going back to it over and over. I concede you get to be whatever you want to be in that category. In addition, I'm letting go of the dream that you'll respect me. I'm letting go of the hope that you'll ever make a bona fide effort to get to know me. I concede that. I'm also going to let go of the presumption that you'll be anything other than a manipulator. I see it so clearly, and I'm going to quit kicking against that. You get to be whatever you want to be. In addition, I'm also going to let go of the presumption that you're supposed to live your life with truth leading the way. Truth doesn't mean that much to you. I've said in other videos, truth and narcissism tends not to be a very good match. Now, on top of that, I'm also going to let go of the presumption that you're not supposed to be a keeper of secrets. You can keep as many secrets as you want. You get to be whatever you want to be. That's my concession to you. In addition, I'm going to let go of the argument that you need to be fair in the way that you treat me. Basically, fairness in dealing with a narcissist is a joke. Okay, I can see that. You get to be whatever you want to be. I let go of the hope that you're going to speak well about me to other individuals. It'd be nice, but you see, I'm conceding that one too. You get to be whatever you want to be. I'm going to let go of the presumption that you'll somehow develop insight regarding the projection of your troubled tensions onto me. You're not an insightful person. You have lots of strain and stress and guilt and shame and all that you are trying to run away from. But I'm gonna let go of the presumption that you're ever going to come to terms with that. I concede you get to be whatever you want to be. Now, as I mentioned, as you make that really large concession to the narcissist, it also has some implications with respect to what you're going to do from the inside out relative to your thoughts about who you are. First and foremost, at the top of the list, as you concede, that narcissist gets to be whatever they want to be, you're also going to say, you know what? I'm going to free myself from participating in their version of crazy. They get to be whatever they want to be. I don't have to join in there and say, sign me up, I'm doing it too. No, thank you. In letting them be whatever they want to be, I free myself to be a bitter person. Now, hear me out on that one. I get to be as bitter as I want to be towards that narcissist. But you know what? I've decided that if I remain bitter toward that person, it just keeps me tethered to them. So yeah, they get to be whatever they want to be, and I get to be as bitter as I'd like to be, but I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be tethered to the narcissist through my anger and through my harsh feelings. I'm going to go bland. Again, they get to be whatever they want to be, and I get to have whatever emotional response I want to have. And you know, me having that really strong and powerful emotion hasn't served me well. I'm going to concede that. Now, in addition, I free myself to step into my assertive initiatives. When I say you get to be whatever you want to be, that doesn't mean I'm just going to lay down. Basically, I realize that I get to have whatever opinion I want to have. I'm going to stand inside my priorities and lean into what that means. I'm going to move forward with my preferences regarding relationship connections. With my preferences, I'm going to hold on to my definition of what it means for me to be a healthy person. That's my assertiveness. That's my boundaries. By saying you get to be whatever you want to be, that frees me up to ask, well, what do I want to be? And I'm going to do that. I'm going to lean into it with all fervor. In addition, I'm going to release myself. I'm going to free myself from the absurd notion that I'm supposed to tremble whenever you pronounce guilt and shame upon me. I see it for the projection that it is. I don't take my cues from you anymore. I don't take I don't worry about what your opinion of me is going to be. You've already proven it's not going to be good for me, but you get to be whatever you want to be. And that means I get to decide what I'm going to do with whatever that winds up looking like. You see, I'm going to free myself to be a person of discovery and a person of openness. I'm not going to be a person that's going to be so deferential to you, the narcissist, that I remain confined in whatever parameters you want to put around me. So let's just go ahead and concede you get to be fully you. I think it's sad given what you've shown that you want to be, but you get to be fully you, and I get to be fully me. You see, whenever I say to you, you can be whatever you want to be, I'm also going to hold on to the notion that says that concession goes both ways. And I'm going to live into my end of that concession as healthy as I can. And I hope that videos such as this can give you some good food for thought. If you've not already hit that subscribe button, I would encourage you to do so. I appreciate you allowing me to be on your journey with you, and you know that I think like a therapist, and I'm hoping that these videos can have some therapeutic value as you continue in your growth trajectory. So hit that subscribe button if you've not already done so. In addition, it may be that you'll have a need for some therapy yourself. You might want to seek out someone that can help you unpack this. I'm so pleased to be sponsored by the people at BetterHelp.com. There's a link below that can take you to their website. There's a whole team of licensed professional therapists that you can choose from, and this has turned out to be a very effective and cost-effective way to manage your therapy needs. So if that's something you need, I would strongly encourage you to go in that direction. We also have my therapeutic courses. And these are courses that have multiple videos, teaching contents, written contents, and guided questions. Ready, Set, Connect, about having connection skills. Free to Be, about finding yourself despite the controllers. So This Is Me, about setting boundaries. We have my podcast. We have our website with many articles, lots of resources. Okay, just got all that out. Okay, the narcissist wants you to defer. And what we're going to say is, I'm going to concede you get to be whatever you want to be. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to concede me being what I'm going to be. I'm holding on to that. And in doing so, I hope that it can free you to say, I'm over here on Team Healthy. We stand for dignity, respect, and civility. So in my freedom, in my being whatever I want to be, that's what I'm going to do. Sign me up for that. And in doing so, I'm hoping that it positions you to become the person of peace that I so hope that you're able to be.